Hello everyone, right, today I wanted to talk to you about cold hands, winter gloves. What I've been doing is I've got these held air and dry gloves, absolutely fantastic. Had these for, as you can see, a number of years now. Really like these gloves, and they have the unique dual chamber here. So in summer, when it's nice and warm, you can pull this back and slip your hand into the breezy chamber here, which means you get the benefit of, shut the phone up, you get the benefit of all these little perforations in here. So that's great. And then if it's raining or gets a little bit nippy, you slip into the Gore-Tex layer like so, and that's nice and warm. So what I've been doing is to see if I can eke out the use of these air and dry gloves, and see how far they go in winter. Got a pair of undergloves here, so when it got down to 10 degrees recently, it's been good, had no problems at all. Went out the other day and it was 1 degree. 1 degree. And the answer to that is, I think, no. Hands were cold, hands were cold. These are not meant to be winter gloves at all. These are kind of 3-season gloves. Well, I've managed to get use out of 3.5 seasons so far with these, until it gets down to super chilly, and I'm thinking no, winter gloves are definitely necessary, because you can't operate a bike safely with cold hands. So what I'm going to need, winter gloves. And after the other day in 1 degree, I mean, these have been fantastic, as I say, throughout autumn, and when it started to get, you know, quite chilly down to about 10 degrees, even less than that with the undergloves on, it was fine. But nah, when it gets down to that level, you need some serious kit, you really do. So, you know, what we're looking at here is some winter gloves. Now, they're all good. Tonali's here. I've just won an award with the German touring magazine. The Cold Champs are absolutely superb. But these, I've got my eye on, the Twin 2 winter gloves. Same sort of principle as the air and dries here, with a dual chamber. And what this basically means is, we turn to page 178, the twin chamber on dual chamber on the twin gloves kind of works where you've got a grippy chamber where it's not too cold, but it's still, gloves are still warm, and then when it gets really cold, you can slip it into the super warm chamber in there. I mean, we're talking, you know, 3M thinsulate lining, nice kind of plush soft interior, because I have actually seen these gloves. What you can get as well is little heat pads to slip in there, absolutely fantastic. Now, the missus goes horse riding, she's just got ordinary gloves, and it is pretty chilly up there on a nag, and she uses the heat pads in her gloves. You put them on top of your veins here, because obviously that's where the blood flows. You slip a heat pad on top of the glove in there, and that keeps your hands warm. So I'm telling you now, if you incorporated the heat pads with these two, you will be able to go out in anything. I think, personally, with my hands, I wouldn't need the heat pads, because these are going to be sufficient, I reckon. Because I've got down to a certain temperature in these kind of 3-season gloves with the undergloves. So yeah, I reckon they would work for me without the heat pad. Having said that, of course, it depends if you get cold hands or not really easily, but these heat pads are a great idea, and definitely whack them on top like that, keep you nice and warm. But yeah, I've decided it's got to be twin gloves. These have been amazing through, you know, the start of the cold weather and all year round. I mean, in summer with a breezy chamber, these air and dries are fab. And when it gets a bit nippy, whip inside the Gore-Tex layer, or even obviously when it starts to rain, they've been great. And with the undergloves, it's got me down to a certain level, but I'm need to go a bit further. And winter gloves, definitely the way forward. So we've got a catalogue online, or obviously, as you can see here, you can get the held app. Hopefully my internet connection is not too slow today. So go into product overview, we hit the gloves, different seasons here. We go into winter gloves, and when the Wi-Fi is kicked in, that's pretty cool. So yeah, we can go into the twin gloves here, and you can basically have a look at the photographs and whatnot here. Yep, we've got all the information you need here. So if you grab the Held app, it's great for just having a look at what's around. You can see the categories there. So yeah, there's my take on winter gloves. To summarise, I'm taking the air and dryers as far as I can, but 1 degree, I'm going to need winter gloves. Okay, take care and ride safe.